Om Ganapataye Namaha, Sri Gurubhyo Namaha, hariom. Friends, the topic is uh, mortality of the known domain and the actions pursuing that realm, and certain actions related to immortality when one is no more. Actually, if we now talk about it, death means whatever is live, life, live, the reality that has no death, that which is displaced, fallen down. That means it has fallen down from the life. So mortality is that awareness, reality, consciousness, and whose immediate expression is I am. And this I am, when it is unable to comprehend that it to be very much that awareness light, then there is a projection. That awareness means it has severed from that content, and the container, it is projected entity. So content, as content, it is immortal. As failure to hold to that content is fall from the immortality. So this is actually from Vedantic point of view. Atma is conscious awareness, light existence, that which is everywhere, and the I am is its immediate revelation. And the failure of the I am to uphold, to comprehend, to apprehend the to be awareness is fall from the immortality. Now it has already it has severed from the immortality, like a fruit severed from the tree. If we, this analogy, the tree is immortality, this I am is its expression, and it is severed. Now see, now the severed, there is a pit, whatever on the ground, and it is a bag or it falls. Now where it falls? Now this I am existing, once we say the offshoot of that severing, and that is what? Then it started invoking wearing the role of a knower, and it is by default dumped in the known. That known, it is inert, it is mortal. Now see, the mortality has been conferred, forced. Actually it is conferred what it is not. This what is the play happening in dream, when the being light, a person is separated from the light, and then he started surfacing as an entity, and that entity drops into the known domain, and then it is our experiencer. Once there is a knower, experiencer, and that state is called of mortality, because that is its very dharma, it is its nature. But where it is falling, let us say body, and body is mortal. It is a composition of the it is the expression, formation of the Shakti. Shakti is imperishable. Expressions of Shakti are perishable, because energy cannot be destroyed, but the energized entities stand destroyed. And the awareness, now again to trace back, the awareness, the I am awarer, is very much pervade the aware of it, but he is other than this. Now this is again upliftment, because this is the way a person attempts to undo the damage that has happened. So that the haranam, that means which is slipped out of our hand. Out of our hand means we are consciousness, we have decoupled from the consciousness, this I am. Now it has consciousness is immortal. It has lost immortality. Now it has fallen into the inert entities. This is what is happening with reference to body, and with reference to that consciousness is light. The light, in the presence of light, the impressions of the mind manifest. They manifested illuminated names and forms. Ah, in that, the light, the presiding over light, is immortal, because whatever is manifested are its derivatives, that is inert. So here also, that inability to comprehend the emotions to be expression of the energy, energy in motion, and then that is also from light. These are lit entities are uh, light. The lit entities are seen separate, and light, this person, this entity, the knower of the is surfacing as a knower. Then being light, he is immortal. Now as a knower, he is entrapped in the lit entities. It is like a source light and a vibgr, and that one has, because failure to be hold to the light, and one is connected to the vibgr, that kind of a thing with reference to mental eruptions. Now this way, now all the pursuits of the being are somehow to excel in this known domain which is mortal, and seek the gain what the self, the root of consciousness gives. What root of consciousness gives? Completeness, totality, fulfillment, peace, happiness, contentment, and bliss, immortality. These, now uh, its reflections, whatever is pratibimba, they only they only retain the existence, but they cannot. That is because they are via this one. They cannot do it. Like oceans, they appear and perish, and the ocean is always one imperishable thing. That can, whatever is the offshoot derivative formations of the substratum, they are they are they are perishable, mortal. Now, in our parallels, we say there are certain karma. This transaction is karma, means means the transaction between knower and known, and becomer, seer and seeing, and what identification with the seen. This is the karmas, and all efforts to make the known to enrichment to excel. These are the karmas which we call lower or smaller. And the higher karma is a person who is again trying to trace to his reality, means dissociate with the known with awareness, and then comprehend to be awareness, and then connect to that awareness. This, so that is we can say higher karma, and the other is, now scriptures expect one to embark on this higher karma, whereas this, now post demise, the attempt of our dissidents has been, they want us to get that this vimukti, liberated. We have to be moksha. Now what is that? Then so many rituals in every path. They have what they are trying to remind through that chantings. With that rituals are, the being is not the known domain, and his awareness, he is that primordial reality. But see, somebody else enacting higher karma, higher, the bigger. Now what, when he is alive, and then it is very much in his hand, that called what we call Shreyo Marga, Prayo Marga. Prayo Marga is trying to do everything to please the domain of ego, body, mind, intellect, material. Because this gives momentarily it deluded, but it ends up with dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Even the so-called, even with enrichment, everything, what not, then it is deluded. It is like a camel fodder. It bleeds, but it cannot give it up. Like a dog biting a bone, it is deluded. The blood oozes from its gums, but it thinks. All these materialistic things, they are they are enveloped with uncertainty, insecurity, unpredictability. There is a scare, threat of further mortality. Because this happens, this domain is such. Okay, compared to negative, positive is good, but that positive also, it has got a end. Now, in this, some pursuit also, some religious rites, some rituals are done, devotion. That is fine. That is giving a momentary relief. The what otherwise this process gives us pain. It is a pause. But the real journey is negation of non-self with viveka and awareness. This one has to do this bigger, higher karma when one is alive. Then because he is beneficiary. Now the post demise, whatever the descendant does, they are very much. It is in this pursuit only. They expect person to go to upper heavens, and that heavens, and that is now to what extent see when what one missed would it be a thing, because scriptures say that varenium, what one has to opt would be the immortality, the pursuit, and what the wrong varenium means choosing that mortal domains. So this varenium process should take place, the higher action, higher karma by being when he is alive. That means that vibhaga division of becomer to knower, knower to I am awareness, awareness I am, awareness is this we have in this process we have varenium, what we are trying to trace to that immortality. The contrast of it is varenium, means we are making a choice of the mortal body, mind, intellect, material, and it is inevitable death. And the effort, our decisions out of love has been to see that the being is traced, because that is the real benefit. That is Raja Vidya, Raja Guhya. Now the inverse of it is this one. That one has to do when one is alive. Ah, then that is when one is, it is beneficiary, because from that standpoint of view, even this mundane life also one can excel really. That is the thing. So we have two pursuits. One is Shreyo Marga, Prayo Marga. Shreyo Marga is para, means the driven by I am. So this I am point of view pursuits are like that. I am not this, because that is known. I am knower. Known means it has no knowledge. I have awareness. I have knowledge. That is not logically knowledge operating as I am. Knowledge infinity. I am infinity. This is para vidya. Para means that tat. What is that tat? Whatsoever is not this. This is the tat. That and this are just inverse complementary. So para, the aham driven pursuit is para, and the contrast, the vice versa opposite, idam driven. I am, instead of trying to checkmate, recover himself from the entrapment, he is embedded. And he is embedded, he is trying to address the agenda. The mandated agenda is he should get out of the known domain, trace to thing. This is immortality. That should be the Varanium. But this being, he is already entrapped. He is trying enrichment of the mortal domain, and the person is completely. It is a punishment like a silkworm. In a silkworm, it is trying to uncover and strengthen its cage. Now, it is that is para. That is apara. Means what is this is apara. Now there is a snake. It is having a jewel in its on its head. It is in a cage. Now the I am his consciousness, the like jewel like that. He is connect. He is operating through that. He is placed in that cage. Then and that is body, and then the snake. It is only analogy. That the snake is our subtle body. Now we are offering the material caught up in making this cage very strong and giving all sort of the feed, wonderful milk, whatnot to this snake. And we are caught up and we are not worried. We are jewel, we should connect to the jewel. Jewel, that means awareness is only a drishtanta, that all pervading. So this is the life. We are caught up to feed the snake and the empowerment, enrichment of the cage, where the snake is operating. So the mind and body agenda, this pursuit is apara, and that is leads to mortality. In spite of this three-dimensional thing, all this karta, karma, kriya, this takes to thing, whatever it may be, good, bad, and what not, other things, they only gives solaces the eternal pursuit. That is what it. That is what is really our dissidents wish. The person should be connected to the higher thing, and out of compassion, there is a lot of effort to give the upliftment to this jiva by observing certain religious rites to that higher planes. And that option this person has very much when he is alive, but this is a drag of the Maya, delusion. It is a it is a quest like a fish out of water, trying to enrich that. It is trying to make a 5-star life, 5-star or 50-star. It is missing what it would gain had it been with water. So this analysis and whether so para vidya has got the ultimate gain. Apara is mortal. It is limited. It is jada. It is painful. This is what is one option. Like tiger baby, it is brought up amid sheep. Now it is trying to make itself strengthen the domains, and it has forgotten tiger, and then when it is awakened, it goes to the jungle. Or that eagle, another example, eagle we have seen. Eagle, that its egg is hatched by a chicken, and it is after it is born, it is brought up in the amid chicken. It behaves like that. Then over the time, again with the intervention, then it flies. Now that's what is. By default, this infatuation happens with this known domain, and we are caught up into address this demands of the body mind, but with viveka. All this also has happened due to aviveka, means absence of discrimination. With the viveka, one has to again recover, exit this known domain and go for higher life. Like the plane, now it is caught up in the road. Now this plane has to again trace back to airport, and with the instructions there, the holy masters, they already taught the higher life, the capabilities, and they have to taxi, runway, and take off. That is apara, this is para. So the apara karma, whatever is done when one is no more, that is intended to give the person the same fruit what this para vidya done uh, when one is alive. So upper karma means karma when that is when person is no more, but the objectives are there, the thought expectation is it should benefit the person in higher realms. So why not? That is done when, because now he has faculties for that higher journey. So the choice one has to. All scriptures glorify this only, that there is a here and eternal ephemeral. So this contrast with Viveka, one has to connect and reap the fruit of holy masters and embark on that higher journey when one is alive. Because we have right now the choice to climb up or go down. We are on the plains. Now plains we are thinking. Now further we go down in and into the pit, the thing, or climb up. So it is every example connects to this kind of a thing. We are caught up in a marine life, ship, now ship would capsize, whether we have mastered the art of swimming it, paravidya. Apara is we are drowned. Like that aircraft also, it is sure to be, should one has boarded that aircraft journey, it is sure to crash. But then on board everything is there, good, bad, devotion, everything, but there is also choice of art of mastering how to exit it. This it is written, sure to crash anytime it will. Now what is the option? Savior. One has to eject out. That path is what is the para vidya, means dissociate, diverse from the known domain and encode, trace, uplink with the reality, knowledge that gives the fulfillment. So the right choice has to be done when one is alive. Our descendants definitely, out of compassion, they does, but definitely, despite having that feasibility, if we are if person misses, because the talk of mortality itself is called inauspicious in general way. No, because it is there, then the opposite got to be there. The mortality is jada, not to him. This is the awareness. And because this mortality is there, then there has to be all out love. When one is no more, or superannuates, we would glorify, they are so great, but they are not, they no, they are this glorification of others, when they are alive, it doesn't take place when they are no more. On the day of retirement, everybody will lift them to the skies when one is no more great. But when he is alive, no. So because everyone is mortal, there is every reason to make life more celebrative, because there is all the reason that Yaksha Prashna that Yudhishthira was asked by Yaksha, what is the mystery? No, though people see bodies are mortal, they behave as if no death. So that is the ignorance, because people for few days sports very blue face, and then third day onwards gone. Now that is the force of ignorance, avidya. So that paravidya has to be thing, because we are any time trying to compromise the beauty of our life. This is only possible for the human bipeds who have this viveka. With viveka only we have to do. If viveka is dormant or not existing, the default state is like silkworm. So it is completely buried. That is the fate, like Abhimanyu's end in the Padma Vivaha. He doesn't know how to come of it. Like jail superintendent, he enters, exits. Now that art of connecting to the materialistic life, mundane domain, and making to and fro. So that is what is the art of thing. And One has to give importance to this higher life when one is alive. Hariom.